Hello again, and welcome back to Mystery Death Theater 5000, and we are joined in the deep reaches of space by one Gareth Green, the Gazz man, Gazzinator, Gazamites. As a longtime friend,
all names I go by.
All names I go by. I'll be throwing a few more out through this episode. And this is gonna be fun. So you do Popcorn Digest, which was that formerly Best Forgotten Films, or is it?
It was formerly Best Forgotten Movies, but we decided that was kind of limiting in what we could review, and we just kind of wanted to review anything we wanted now. So we rebranded and made ourselves Popcorn Digest.
Nice, right on. Yeah, I was listening to your one on The Mummy 2017 the other day, and oh my God.
That is one of our more chaotic recordings, I would say.
I can tell that once I noticed that once Andy and Aiden get in the mix, it's so hard to kind of keep things on track. But
yeah, it is. It gets very, very blue very quickly, I would say.
So it's so blue even the ocean's blushing. Anyway, so you guys are a big fan of the Alien franchise, and you even did a video about it, a video essay. And so for having you on the show, Alien Isolation seemed like the one to go for.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be talking about this game, actually. I've played it many times. Sometimes I just put it on to walk through the environment, so... Yeah, being a big fan of the series, it's like Homer and Candyland, Chocolate Land for me.
Yeah, exactly. And Vanessa, what's your experience with this one?
I haven't played it.
Yeah,
I've seen some of it. It's not the kind of gameplay that I gravitate towards. It's not my kind of thing most of the time, so I've just been working my way up to playing it eventually.
Right. Yeah, when you have the patience for the stealth and stalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I normally do not have the patience. I'm like, no, just leave me alone.
Yeah, I would say as well with this game, you do have to have some sort of patience and not patience, sorry, but you do have to have some sort of idea that you will spend most of the game sitting in a locker, waiting for something to happen.
The other members of the crew.
The nerd experience.
Kane.
Yeah.
Parker.
And they had a security come in and re-record this audio, right?
Yes, they did. I think they had a lot of the original cast come back to record a few tidbits just for the DLC as well. Weirdly, Ian Holm has been the one holdout for any type of revisiting of the franchise. Yeah, he never returns for any of these. Obviously not now, but he never has really returned to the series.
This is Ripley.
Interesting.
Last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing
except for the cat.
Yeah. We're not going to let this Jonesy erasure stand here.
That cat is not appearing in this game.
Yeah, as preparation for this, I decided to rewatch the original film again, which I hadn't watched in a while because I love that this is a direct sequel idea.
Ripley? I'm Samuel.
Yeah, that was something that I wasn't completely sold on at the time when it was first announced. I thought it was going to be more of a gimmick, but at the time, the last game that had been released for the series was Alien Colonial Marines, which was a wash. So I didn't have any faith in them doing that idea very well. But actually, this came to be one of the best that the series, like the best type of games that the series has actually produced.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that element of it being Ripley's daughter, they actually really used it to their advantage as well. They didn't play it so heavy. it's almost dressing at times, but it does also add something to the story as well as it does, go on.
Those Ripleys have trouble with aliens.
There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out.
And apparently probably androids, because Sam, it hasn't been revealed in game yet, but I'm pretty certain that Samuels is a fucking android.
If you're willing.
Because I noticed because I played a little bit of this just to kind of get a feel of the controls, and I had the moment where he goes affirmative, and I was like, aha. I see what you did there, guys. Very clever.
I'm on to you.
Yeah.
Either that or
He's just missing a dribble of milk from the brow.
Right, yes.
Still looking, aren't you?
The single milk drop.
Right. Like that bead of sweat and road to perdition.
Yes.
I also was going to mention just, coming back to this game, man, it looks really good. This was 2014, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Oh, man, it's flew by.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, even for 5 years ago, this looks really, really good rendering-wise, especially these kind of pre-rendered cutscenes. I wonder, is there like a training manual at Weyland-Yutani for, okay, so here's how you're going to tell somebody they're going to go off to encounter a xenomorph. You need to be very subtle. You need to not tell them exactly what they're encountering, but give them just the right amount of suspicion that they may figure out that something's wrong. Oh, God, this is like me waking up in the morning. I get up, I sign in.
And it's called A. Ripley.
Frank Herman's War in Totality. I love that fantasy fiction still exists in the future. Oh, what else we got here? Looks like is there room for the little guy? Actually, nice. That's a really.
I love all of these little dressings for the game as well.
Yeah.
It's got very good production design, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I even love the subtlety of that. Is there room for the little guy? Because already when you get to Sevastopol, I love the theming that they do of what's going on there. Quite a bit. All right. Just to be on the safe side, save the game. To log your details with the mainframe, please press 1.
You have selected Regicide.
Would you like to spend another 15 credits to get the Eat the Rich edition?
Spending more money to eat the rich. It seems.
I mean, you could totally imagine it, though. I mean, at least I can.
Yeah.
Oh, I can shower now that I've gotten dressed. Wonderful. Ah.
So, what would be your guys' experience with the series as well? Is the Alien series one that both of you go back to as well?
I haven't seen them in a while because I don't actually own them, but I've watched a bunch of them and enjoyed a fair amount of them.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely been one of my passionate things that I really enjoy in the genre. I mean, the Alien and Aliens obviously were hugely influential on me as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really know.
I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Where's the zoom button? Can I zoom in on your face? Wait, can I? I'm on to you and your robo chicken legs. You got Darth Maul chicken legs under there, don't you? Anyway.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
You don't see any rolled up magazines nearby?
Oh, God, I hope not. Oh, that's right. That is an Easter egg I've seen that comes in later.
Robot living daily.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check her.
One of the things I love about my history with Alien is my mother's story of seeing it for the first time in the theater. And my mother has, as you both know, and Vanessa knows particularly, she's a sweet woman with a sweet disposition. And during the 70s, she wasn't, she was into like scary novels. She read, a lot of like Bradbury and Heinlein and Ellison and stuff like that. She'd read a lot of those books, but she had not watched the movies through this. I love that line. She had not seen the horror films developing through the 70s. And so she didn't realize what Alien was going to be because the trailer was so vague. And it was this horror. So she gets in there. Now she doesn't leave. She doesn't walk out. But she's like in awe of all the science stuff, and she loves how natural it is, and she just is, is enjoying the movie. And then the horror gets in, and she is like shaken, and like, it's like this gauntlet of like trauma. But she said it gets to a point where, as after, I think she said it was like after Dallas died, she's like, okay, I'm going to hold out because they have to let Ripley live. She saw that Ripley was the hero. She knew that she had to live at the end and was like, damn it, I've been watching all these 70s movies where everyone dies at the end. And so, yeah, so anyway, so she loved it, but it was terrified by it. And pretty much has not watched the film in its entirety ever since. But she's always told me, she's been telling me about this since I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, this is all the information about the ship. Yeah, we've gotten to Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, when I was reading, when I was doing some research just for the video essay that I released for the series, well, for the first film, one of the things I did go into was, because you always hear stories about, somebody threw up in the cinema and people running for their lives and stuff like that. And on the documentary, on the DVD, they speak about that at length as well. But I looked into it a little bit further because, for me, that notion seems so alien. It's like hearing the story of people running out of the cinema when the train came into the station. That I was actually quite shocked to hear that people were really shaken by this film. But the more and more you look into it and the ideas that it's playing with, the more and more it makes sense. And some of the things that it's playing with on a psychological level as well. And even like, just as we've seen on a basic level, like the taboos that it breaks in regards to who it targets as its victims for, the type of death that they receive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I think it kept people, it provided people with this like look of a world that looked not too dissimilar from Star Wars in terms of it being this lived-in sci-fi world.
Mm-hmm.
And yet it populated with these essentially lambs to the slaughter. So I can see why at that time people were very, very shaken by this film.
And why isn't Luke winning?
Switch to
Exactly.
Yeah, when I'm thinking of just that this, horror movie, and the Lambs to the Slaughter just makes me think of how, if I recall, I guess correct me if I'm wrong, but if I recall, the idea was that Ridley said he kind of wanted to do like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in space,
Yeah.
Haunted house in space.
Sevastopol traffic control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Wayland.
But yeah, that's absolutely right, and it's very strange as well to me, and no irony is lost that they, like Ridley Scott really fought to capture that visual feeling of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that feeling that you're immediately there with the characters, that documentary feel. That's why as the film goes on, the camera gets more and more shaky.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not lost on me that when they actually came to have the original cinematographer from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre involved in the series, it was as cinematographer for Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
Oh my!
It's like
Daniel Pearl did that one.
Which the completely ruined that whole idea.
Right. Well, also not only that, but also the because the color grade or the transfer of that movie, it's so dark, you can't see shit.
It is. Apparently, I read somewhere with somebody involved in the film that what happened was they mentioned that they had applied the color grade twice or something like that.
Oh no!
And nobody picked up on it, and it was just simply an error with like a misclick or that type of thing.
Whoa!
Because it isn't like it's a very cheap film. It's not the worst looking, but you can't see anything because of that color grade.
Yeah, so all the ADI work is lost, which is a bummer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For earlier moment, a second ago, I was thinking like, hey guys, it's a Wooga-in in here. Should we be concerned?
What happened here? My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Tim.
Oh, this is why we can't have nice things.
Oh. Oh.
Taylor Ripley, hold on.
Remember to panic.
I hate it when this happens. That's a very much saved by the carbon rod moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The
Employee of the
inanimate
month.
carbon rod. Oh, they were going to show us a shot of the rod.
Well,
It's
a big
fun.
it's a big ship. There'll be plenty of rods. It won't be the rod.
She's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine.
Okay, noises above and below you are indicators of something is lurking nearby. So that reminds me of one of my favorite stories my friend Phil told me, which is that he was playing Dead Space in his basement. At the time, his two cats liked getting in between the floors and in the crawl space of the house.
Dumbass cats.
So yeah, he's in the middle of playing it, and he hears it, scratching noises. He's like, "God damn it, Kate, Audrey, stop it!"
No, cat, no. And they're like, "Are we scaring you? Huh? Huh?"
So it looks like the first day is going well. I'm glad, Dear Diary, I arrived at Sevastopol Station. Little bumpier ride than I expected, but it's doing fine. I'm going to be looking forward to making lots of friends and meeting lots of new, helpful people. Ah, crap. Hold that thought. Future me can edit this if necessary.
A dangerous arrival? Check.
Okay, sorry about that. Roland was texting me about the zombie walk deliverables, and it's like, yes. At least he's being responsible in that respect. All right. Now we need to change into a candy bar. Oh, wait. No, I just changed into my regular clothes. Okay, never mind. Okay. God, sorry, the text don't just don't like, it's like, noises in my room here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where are we going? What is Sky? What is up?
Oh, you're in the umbrella lab from RE2.
Oh shit, I am, aren't I?
It's the main shaft.
I will say this did give me a Resident Evil 2 vibe when I first played it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It does have that Resident Evil lab vibe to it.
Yeah, the second one really just kind of had that retro futuristic look in the original.
Okay, and then I think there we go. That's the map. There we go. Cool. Let's see. Well, let's not go that way.
Fire bad?
Fire hot.
I don't know if I want to go in there with the way that it's opening and closing.
Come on, we gotta go through the sphincter.
Yeah.
No.
Very Geiger-esque.
I hate this trip. Nothing on this trip has been nice so far. I'm giving it a very low Yelp review.
Man, all the particle effects. God, this game is pretty. And it's weird to think that this company up to this point was basically they were doing the Total War franchise, and they come in and do this, and it's like, wow, you guys can make serious games. I mean, I'm sure quite a lot of the staff from this have probably been scattered to the winds, but it is neat. All right.
It was
Go ahead.
quite strange because, again, looking at the way that the fan base was approaching this game, nobody had any hope for it whatsoever because that was another fact that people kept on putting forward was they don't make these type of games. And if anything, this is a prime example for why sometimes making something completely different for a studio, it kind of like makes everybody creatively involved suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Something completely different comes out and it all works.
Yeah. So, hey, Gaz, do you want to read off this message? Do a funny voice.
Oh, I think my voice is funny enough. So this is from Decommissioning. So, boys and girls, you've probably heard the whispers about Sevastopol by now, and I can confirm it's official. Sevastopol is being decommissioned. I will go over with each of you what this means in regards to your contacts and next placement. But for now, we still have a job to do. The suits want this done with a skeleton crew, which means we'll only be getting a few outside contractors to help. But it does mean overtime. Of course it means overtime, always means overtime. I recommend taking what you can while it's available. I should point out that the decommission does not mean lucky dip. Everything here has to be accounted for, and I will personally escort anyone find helping themselves to equipment to Marshal Waits, Chief.
It's funny how it says the get it while you can regarding the overtime, and then immediately is like, that doesn't mean the lucky dip. Oops. Oh no. Oh, great. You just fell into a Call of Duty cutscene.
It's a shortcut.
Short game.
The end, question mark.
Never saw the alien, just died from falling.
All right, so I know I've got this. I got this flare. I can see pretty good, and it's so bright. Well, nah. I don't want to equip it now because it's just a tutorial for it. Okay.
Well known that aliens hate flares. Hate them
so much. But yeah, I wanted to make sure to read that file about the decommissioning, because that's what I liked about this game from what I've played of it so far. Because I've only gotten like maybe at most like about 2 hours into it. Yeah, you always know Working Joe. There's all this like things were clearly starting to go wrong before the xenomorph situation happened, which I thought was it's a really interesting touch.
And it's always on a business level as well where it begins. In the Alien series, it's always that the hierarchy is always skewed, and there's always some sort of political strife between the employees and the employer. And that seems to be very much advanced by the time the alien arrived.
The real
I think the
enemy
alien
is
probably
capitalism.
thought, what am I getting myself into?
Yeah.
And I mean, really, in the end, it's capitalism that is
Yes,
the
exactly.
true enemy. And the alien's just like, well, I'm incidental to this.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo villain at the end of it all.
I mean,
I can't compete with that.
I mean, when
All
you
I
think
got is
about
acid.
it, when you think about where Prometheus takes things about making the most efficient killing machine, isn't then it's a byproduct of efficiency, which is then fed by capitalism. So
Yes.
so even the xenomorph itself is crafted by that.
Might well fit.
Yeah. So speaking of, Vanessa, have you watched Prometheus or Alien Covenant yet?
I saw Prometheus, I think when it came out on DVD. I know that I've seen Prometheus, but I did not see Alien Covenant. Was not a huge fan of Prometheus.
Okay, this is
I was kind of bored.
okay. There's the room.
I think
code.
I'm one of its 12 fans.
Yeah, you should talk to our buddy Rob Michaud. He's quite the Prometheus defender. Here we go.
There are dozens of us. Dozens.
Mm-hmm.
Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our.
I know there's a cutscene supposed to happen here.
This shit's over. Waits up.
Waits. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I was hoping it'd be Tom Waits.
There we go. I was hoping. Yeah, hoping so too. There we go.
Marshal Tom Waits.
Yeah. Now that just makes me wonder, like, what the hell would happen if Jim Jarmusch directed a Xenomorph movie?
Be very weird.
Yeah, I didn't actually see The Dead Don't Die yet. Have either of you?
I have.
No, actually.
Yeah, same here. I have not either.
I
No,
want him to. It looked like it could be fun.
Yeah, same. I thought it was just a very strange idea for him to be making a zombie movie, but why not?
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Oh, apparently we're in Space Rapture.
This looks like the space airport.
Yep, it's a space flight terminal, so that is accurate. Oh man, that planet is covered in so many farts.
Are you gonna go to the Starbucks or what?
I'm getting there. I gotta see. We
You
got
find that the aliens there, just like tapping its foot and looking at a watch that it doesn't have, waiting for its latte.
Oh, hi, Torrens. Hello, Captain Lady Person. Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna go get in touch with them and
Left the high beams on again.
yeah,
Yeah, just flash the high beams.
yeah.
Beep beep.
Let's see. This is why I was glad that I. Oh, that's not ominous.
Hmm.
So okay, I missed it unfortunately, but there's a cool detail I noticed when I was playing this that when the doors come down, if you're close to this gate, this shutter, you actually can hear the alien behind it. They hit its sound and the sound very cleverly in the sound design, which is really cool. Like the little hints of it.
Neat.
Holy moly! I've played this game many times and I've never ever heard that. That's fantastic. Just keeps on throwing new things my way.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Hey, we're gonna turn our crank to Frank.
Yeah, jam that button.
That's the good stuff. Now you got the moves.
The most unrealistic thing is the arcade.
Yeah. Dynamic lighting. Boop. Boop. Oh.
Ah.
Whoop. Nice. Whoa.
And then Ripley spent an entire minute bouncing a light off of her head.
I'm going for the record.
Woo!
Okay, so there's like some text here. Let's see. This kind of helps get, yeah. Zoe, I'm sorry, but I won't need you to come in next week. As you know, the store's been in trouble for some time now, and I couldn't hold off the creditors any longer. There's just no one coming to Sevastopol anymore. It's not just us either. It sounds like the whole station is in the red, and they're pulling the plug. Going to sell it off for scrap, I guess. I was speaking to one of the engineers, and he reckons they'll announce it soon. I'm just telling you so you don't stick around looking for another job. Sevastopol's finished. Time to move on. That's a sad
I really
story.
felt that then.
Hey, guest starring Joe Baker.
Yeah, I was wondering where I was going with that voice, and thank you. Yeah, it was Joe. I had this voice in my head, and I just had rant.
I saw Zoe and 100% went, oh, okay.
But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Rafe and what's left of his team are forcibly...
We are being told that the projectiles were empty water bottles, so clearly they made the right decision to open fire.
There were some genetically modified tomatoes in there as well, which they just still somehow had.
And somehow they decided to, there we go. God. By the way, it took me, last time I played this game, it took me 45 minutes to realize that's what I had to do to push that little thing. Oh my God.
There's a point in this game later on, and I know it, I can think it off by heart in my brain, where the exact point it is, I just suddenly don't know what to do. And every time I've played it, I've been stuck there for about 45 minutes, just looking at a downed shutter thinking, what do I do next? And every time it catches me out, but I never remember what it is that I need to do for the next playthrough.
Jeez. That'll happen.
The stuck point.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm sure that's
well,
fine.
that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's more. Oh, I'm so sorry. Guys, we went to the nap room. I need to get out of here. Gotta wake them all up.
Oh shit.
Just don't mind me.
I won't bother you during nap time. I'll come back later.
Yes. Oh, Jonesy.
Meow.
Oh.
Meow. Meow. I mean, I have my cat.
So how far have you actually pre-played this game?
I got up
have
to...
you gotten as far as an alien encounter yet?
The last time I played this, the last time I really played this at Phil's place, I did not actually get to the alien because mostly, I mean, for two reasons. Okay, see that sound. That's one of them in the vents. I love those details.
Oh.
Poor kitty.
So yeah, no, because that's what I kind of appreciate about this game is it takes its time. You know, it allows itself to, you know, it allows itself to do things. It doesn't try to say like, hey, we gotta get to it, chop chop. It actually gets you sort of invested, which builds up the suspense. And so the last time I played this, like about a week ago, I got to I was a little bit past me and Axel, and that was kind of where I left off. So the Joes hadn't shown up as an example. Like they hadn't shown up. I think that's right. Last night I was testing the, excuse you, TV have a burpee. Okay. Oh, whoa. Sorry.
Stepping on the person while they're napping. God. Yeah, A-cab.
I was waiting to see who was going to be the first one to say that on this channel.
And yeah, that tracks.
Oh God. Yeah, I actually. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to.
Get in, nerd.
Don't worry, I'll stuff myself in the locker. Anyway, God, I totally lost my train of thought.
We got as far as A-cab.
Right.
I sure did.
So all roads lead to A-cab.
Yeah, basically.
There you
Especially if you live in Portland, like I do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, we are from the other side of the world, and we know exactly what's going on in Portland at the moment, so that says everything.
Yeah. Usually you're not supposed to know what happens here.
Exactly.
They made out with. This is an amazing three-way, making out with a wrench and a bunch of strawberry jelly.
I made a sandwich and things got weird.
So now everybody eats a jelly.
Yeah, and then those little steam hisses that you can't quite tell if they're an alien in the vents with you or not.
It's a kitty.
I hope it's a kitty. It'd be nice. Well, okay, I did mention there was that asshole cat. I saw the asshole cat again. It was in our area.
No, asshole cat.
Yeah.
How does... I hope it wasn't a name that it earned for a visual reference.
No.
Let's go, Steve.
All right, Robin the Dead, check. No, this asshole cat attacked a woman and her dog, and it slashed up her legs. I had to chase it off. Yeah, this was a couple months, like 2 or 3 months ago.
That cat's a dick.
Yeah.
To the highest authority.
Who knew?
My name is Zachary Watson. That's Watson. You get that? If I complain of this, fucking marshals.
Wilson, got it.
They should be protected. It's their job.
Wilfred.
Winnipeg.
On this station with us, and no one knows what it is. No one fucking knows.
He died because no one remembered his name.
Man, that's...
In space, no one can remember your name.
So that's where Jerry Gergich came from. He came from space, and that's why no one can remember his name.
Now I'm just thinking of a crossover with like Alien and Parks and Rec, and how ridiculous that would be.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
That's right.
Look, if you can't even tell...
Yeah, Leslie Knope would make some Ripley counterpart.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, yeah. The most well prepared, and she has like a 5-point plan and like 2 binders full of how to deal with the alien.
Everybody survives.
Everyone. Even Gary tripping over his feet.
Maybe except Tom, actually. He's a bit loud.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's coming after my babies. No.
Or he died. Or no. Tom dies because Tom dies at the end because of the fact that John Ralphio. So he's got this. He's gonna have this great deal if they're gonna start franchising their business with. It's like all right, now let me just lay this out for you. We're gonna do fashion morph. It's gonna be xenomorph fashion.
A fashion.
glitter.
2 mouths. Acid.
Oh.
Stay still.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
Oh no, actually, I'm not going to make that joke.
Turn.
That's one for another podcast.
Come on!
Okay, Mr.
Menace.
Mr. Man, you clearly know what you're talking about because you have a giant anime gun.
Where'd you come from? Ripley.
Off station. A ship.
Why are you being
no
menaced by
ships
Lex
here.
Luthor? Don't you have like 40 pies to steal or something?
Well, that's good.
Either that or it's Michael
Things are
Rosenbaum.
not so good here. Something blue just now. Rocked this whole place.
I
I
mean,
saw it.
same difference.
But lady, that's the least
But-
of our problems.
Yeah?
Yeah. Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
Cupcakes. Lots of them.
You get it?
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Land shark.
Axel.
Fine, sure. Candy
Working
gram.
with 2 colleagues. EVA. We got separated by the blast. Can you help me find them?
Why?
Because you seem to know your way around.
I mean, why? What's in it for me?
A place on the ship.
I've got $5.
How do I know I can trust you?
And a
I need to
stick of
find
gum.
comms. need
I
to
got like
contact my
a
ship.
half a sandwich.
Pocket sand.
Shush.
This is your lucky day.
I just got here and so far luck's not been great, so I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But watch
And
we can get into all sorts of trouble there, okay?
and on the next episode, we'll see what kinds of trouble we can get onto there. So we will see you in the next episode, folks.
Go ahead on.
Come
Bye-bye.
I don't want to stick around here long.